Good evening, everybody. Welcome to another edition of Face the Heels, episode 17. My name is Ben Cornett, and you can follow me on Twitter at BennyBoys702. The other social media handles, my YouTube channel, Ben Cornett 9015, and on Facebook in the Ben Zone Facebook group. And if you're a friend of mine on Facebook, I will share the show with you on my personal page as well. Anyway, how's everybody doing tonight? I am doing really good. It's been a very good weekend for me, obviously. Had a 3-day weekend. Um, just did some cool stuff. Did a little Father's Day with my dad on Saturday. Went to a baseball game together. So it was t-shirt night as well. It's the old Las Vegas Stars shirt. I love retro shirts, by the way. So you'll probably see me wear quite a few of these on shows, future shows, and all shows that I do. So yeah. Okay, well, enough about me blabbering on and on. Let me get to the show here. It is episode 17 of Face the Heels. Tonight we're going to discuss obviously a big return. CM Punk. Yep, he came back this past weekend. And as you can see, there he is. Haven't seen this guy in a while. It's been about 10 months since we last saw CM Punk in a wrestling ring for AEW, their debut show Collision, which we'll get to in a few minutes. It's good to see CM Punk back. Obviously, he's probably one of the most recognizable stars in today's pro wrestling universe. He was out for 10 months. A lot of people said it was because of the whole all out scrum, or as they named it, brawl out. It was from the fight that he had with Kenny Omega, the Young Bucks, back in September after the all out pay-per-view. There was a fight going on, and but the main reason why CM Punk was actually out to begin with was because he had a torn pec, and he was going to be out for quite a while anyway. So regardless if the fight happened or never happened, he was going to be out a while. So, and usually a torn pec probably keeps you out about 6 to 8 months. So he had been out for 10 months. So yeah, he's back on track, and he not only gave a speech, did a promo in the ring. He had a match as well. It was the main event. Again, we'll get to Collision in a second, but as far as CM Punk's return, I'm all for it. Again, he's a big star in the wrestling industry still. Can't deny the fact that he gets a big reaction. And yeah, they were in Chicago, for the Collision debut episode, but it was a great reaction. We knew he would get that reaction since he's from Chicago, but in general, I mean, it is good to see him back in wrestling. I think it's great to have a star power like he has. Do I think that's going to help AEW, going forward? It depends. It depends how CM Punk's being used. He look at MJF right now. He's the world champ, and it's been kind of lackluster, his championship reign. Now, it's not all on MJF. The creative has been an issue. I also think that there's really not a lot of star power going up against MJF. Right now he's doing a feud with Adam Cole. They had a match on Dynamite, went to a time limit draw. So I expect another match between those two. It's going to be for the world title. Now, I like Adam Cole, but do I think he's going to be the guy to dethrone MJF? Not right now. But back to CM Punk, again, you got to put him against the right opponents. And, his star power can only carry you so far. And again, it's up to AEW. It's up to Tony Khan. It's up to creative to put CM Punk in the right spot. Now, it is a little tricky because obviously there's been rumors that CM Punk and the Elite, which is Omega, Young Bucks, and Adam Page, Hangman Page, are probably not. They're going to try to keep them separate from each other. That means keep them away from the shows. I personally, I think it's ridiculous because, I don't understand why can't they just talk this out? Just go in a room, have a meeting, talk it out. You don't have to be friends. You don't have to like each other, but just do business. And apparently there's been reports that CM Punk did try to reach out to everybody that was involved in that scrum to apologize. And he was told by lawyers for supposedly the Bucks and Omega that he's not to talk to them. So when lawyers are involved like that, that's usually not a good sign. I think it just makes the situation worse. Again, hopefully things will go smooth. I just hope AEW can get over this drama once and for all. Make some money, make this company grow. Right now this show feels very stagnant, and hopefully with this Collision show it'll help. I just feel like they need something, and CM Punk, it's something, but it needs more than that. We need more, stars on the show. Other than Punk and MJF and maybe Omega, are there really any stars on that show? On either show, Dynamite or Collision? I don't think so. So I'm hoping this goes well with Collision. Again, it was a good episode, and speaking of that, I will get to that. Let's see there. The debut show, it did happen this past Saturday night. I watched it on Sunday. I was out, so I didn't get to see it until Sunday. But my overall thoughts on it was a pretty solid show. I thought the wrestling was good. The pacing was good. I loved the broadcasters on the show were actually Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness. I like that duo. Those two guys, I thought, had good chemistry. It was different from Excalibur and Shivani and Taz. Excalibur, Shivani, and Taz are okay. They bring that, that kind of comedic energy. But when you want a pro wrestling pure, tell it straight to you kind of energy, I feel Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness are both really good at that. They come out straightforward, no BS. So I thought it worked well. And speaking of Collision, somebody that was actually at the AEW Collision show, let me bring this guy in. He just got off doing a show called Truth Be Told, and he is here now. I want to welcome in pretty much my co-host every week when he's available, Mr. Nick Rosario. Nick,
hey,
welcome to the show. How you doing tonight?
I'm doing well, Ben. Thank you very much. Yeah, that was my first live AEW show, and I guess they've been around how long have they been around? 3 years or so. So the first time I got to see them live. Yeah. So I'm sure you've already been talking about it. I know you've been on about 10 minutes. So I see you've been going over the debut show. Now, the part for me that I thought was, I don't get to hear the commentary team. I'm up in the arena, so I'm just watching the match, not getting any of the commentary, not getting any of the. So that's always a different perspective as well, because I got to imagine if I'm correct in what I was seeing, because you can always tell when they take a commercial break, because on the screen you'll see something like they'll show something like okay, or the announcer will come into the ring and go, okay, we're back in 90 seconds, blah blah, whatever, however they're doing it. So that's always interesting to see too. You get to see a little bit of the behind the scenes stuff. But yeah, there was 5 matches total, and then you had the little part in the middle with the Acclaimed, the Scissor Me Boys. So yeah, you had that. But 5 matches, and I mean, honestly, Ben, like again, for a live, I know it was their debut broadcast, but I thought, for the most part, all 5 matches were pretty decent. I mean, they went. The only surprise for me, I guess, was the women's tag match. You had Toni Storm and Ruby Soho taking on Willow Nightingale and Chicago's own Sky Blue. And I guess they figured they'd give Sky Blue a little rub because she got the pin in that match for the victory. And you kind of thought, why would you have the tag team champions lose? But again, it's your debut show. You're in Chicago. The people are chanting, "We want Sky Blue." Because Willow, I don't know if did you watch the broadcast that night? No, you were at a ball game. You didn't see it till afterwards, right?
I watched it Sunday. Yeah, it was a good show. The match was good, Nick. Willow Nightingale,
exactly.
New Japan Strong Style Women's Champion.
Women's champion.
They weren't going to have her, get pinned or anything like that. You want to keep Willow strong, The show, Nick, it vibed well, and I know you didn't get to hear the announce team, but I thought Kevin Kelly and Nigel McGuinness really had a good chemistry. It was different. It wasn't the Shivani, Excalibur, Taz, and stuff. This was more kind of a serious vibe. I've always liked Kevin Kelly. He did Ring of Honor. He also does New Japan. So I think
he was in WWE for a while.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, and then McGuinness was in NXT doing some announcing. Yeah, and I just felt they came out better. Yeah, it felt different, which I did like. That's one good thing about this television show. It felt different. So I hope they keep it separate from Dynamite as far as the announcers and the different style of show, because it's nice to have 2 different types of show. You can pick if you want to watch both, great. If you want to watch Dynamite, great. If you want to watch Collision, great. You got something for everybody. So that's what, in this opinion.
A lot of people, that was kind of the vibe in the arena as well. People were talking about they liked the way the set looked. It was different, the setup, all that stuff. People were really into that, the whole thing. And of course, we all know why people were there. You had the return of Chicago's own CM Punk. So, you hear the music, Cult of Personality starts playing, crowd goes nuts. He does his 8-minute opening speech, crowd still going nuts. And then, and then again, you bring out your first match was a TNT title match. Wardlow wrestling Luchasaurus. It was a good back and forth match. I thought but Wardlow, they take the title off. So now Lucha. Now here's the thing. Maybe you can help me with this. What is with the Luchasaurus character itself? That just seems, I don't know, it just seems weird. Maybe it isn't, and maybe I just don't watch it enough, but it just seemed out of place, kind of just the whole thing, whatever. But that's me. I don't know.
It was because of Jungle Boy. They, when they debuted in AEW, that was the whole tag team thing. And I think we're going to see kind of like a Kane thing where eventually Luchasaurus is going to pull the mask off and be his own man eventually. Not right now. I think it'll be a turn to Christian Cage after being used. As you noticed, Luchasaurus won. Christian Cage took the belt, took all the credit, and blah blah.
Yeah, of course. But exactly.
But with Wardlow, this is my only criticism of this show. He just won the title not too long ago.
I was going to say, has he been the champion long?
Like 3 weeks? I mean, come on, man. You pretty much buried the guy. Now it's like, what do you do with them? Because to me, I just feel like this was too soon to take the title off him. He didn't really have a lot of momentum going into this. They put him with Arn Anderson. I get that. He's a mouthpiece. And Wardlow's a solid promo, but he could use a manager type. But I just that's my only criticism. One of my 2 criticisms of the night was that match, and then the match I dub as Mr. Charlotte Flair versus Mr. Rhea Ripley.
But Rhea Ripley, sure. No, that's
comes in after the match, and again he did the figure 8. I get it. That was great. If true fans know Andrade's married to Charlotte Flair, so in real life.
Charlotte Flair. Yeah, exactly.
Again, with the WWE stuff, I really feel like, and CM Punk did that as well, and MJF does it almost every week. We need to stop with the WWE talk, man. You guys have got to be your own thing. You've got to be separate. Yeah. Who cares what WWE does? Do what you want. Don't be copied. That's what got TNA in trouble. Remember back in the day where TNA WWE Light instead of being their own product. Be the alternative.
Sure.
AEW fans should be focused on AEW. Don't give I was at Double or Nothing. You could hear like Acclaim did the whole, talked about Dominic, and like throughout the match, when Buddy got in the match, it was always Mommy and you saw the tweet the next day with Rhea saying, "Hey Dom, we're over on both companies and stuff."
Right?
So you're giving more credit for WWE. You're just giving more popularity. So go ahead, Nick.
No, that match itself. Like at first, I was like, "Is this a serious thing?" Because for those of you who watched, Matthews goes down in one corner, Andrade goes down in the other. And you're thinking, is Buddy seriously hurt? Because he was selling that knee injury pretty good. But then good. I'm like, being a wrestling fan, I would know it's a work because they wouldn't have went to both guys, and you could see them talk. I don't know if they showed it on the broadcast, but in the arena, you could see that they're talking to both guys. I'm like, oh, this is a work. They're both going to get up in a minute, and they're going to continue the match. People were paying attention. But at first, when it first happened, I thought, oh man, we might have a serious injury here because the ref just went over to Matthews and Andrade backed off. And then you're like, then when they went and talked to Andrade, I'm like, oh, they're just giving him a moment to get his stuff together. One person's talking to each guy. You're like, all right, this is a work. Go ahead, finish the match. And then, like you said, it went on for about another, I think, 5 minutes, and then you got the figure 8, and the match is over. So, and then, House of Black comes out and drops Andrade, and that's the end of that. So, yeah, there you go.
Yeah, Mr. Zelina Vega came in there. And,
that's right. That's why I said, like, everybody's got, like, wives in WWE here. Yeah. Alistair's with Zelina. You got Andrade with Charlotte. Buddy's with Rhea. Like, what's going on? Yeah. What's happening?
I know. So I don't know if that was maybe a creative move or what by the creative team, whatever that was. But, again, they got to focus on them, not the WWE stuff. Let's
agree. Even though they have a lot of ex-WWE stars on the current ride, and if you look at that whole show, every match had even Miro faced off against Tony Nese, both ex-WWE guys. Ruby Soho was in WWE, and I don't know if Toni Storm ever was. She was, right? Yeah, NXT, right? She was down there.
Yeah, for a moment.
SmackDown for a minute, right? And then, of course, obviously Punk, FTR, Samoa Joe, Juice Robinson was in NXT. I don't know about Jay White, but I know Juice Robinson was in NXT. Okay, Jay White's never been there. Okay, so he's the only one. But every match, hey, ex-WWE stars, nice to see you. How you guys doing? So it's just one of those things.
Speaking of Miro, come on, guys, this is a star here. Use him.
Yeah. The crowd went nuts for him. The crowd was alive for him. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, come on, this guy is a moneymaker, man. I don't know what's going on. I don't know why he's been out so long. Not that he's doing bad financially. I mean, look, CJ's making a lot of money.
I think he's good. I think they're good. Both of them are good, right? But I get what you're saying though, because the crowd was for him the whole match. Every time he did something, they were cheering, and then at the end when he's getting ready to do that, camel clutch move, they were with it. He does the, and everybody does it with him, and it's the whole So he's way over. So I'm with you. I don't know why you don't push him more. And why is he wrestling a guy I get it, to get the victory, but why is he wrestling Tony Nese? Honestly. What is that? Why are you wrestling?
I don't want to call him a jobber, but it's kind of like an enhancement.
No, but
that's the right
he's an enhancement.
You got to make.
I know, but come on, you got to get him better opponents if it's really gonna. That's what I'm saying. I don't understand why you're not pushing this guy. I know he just made his return, so I'll be interested to see what he does going forward now and how they choose to handle him.
Yeah, I agree. Also, we had let's talk about the Ruby and Tony versus Willow and Chicago's own Sky Blue. I thought it was a good match.
Sky Blue, right? Good match. It really was.
I think Sky Blue is going to get a push here. She's getting better in the ring. She's got a look, it looks
she does.
A little Bella-like, with the whole sneakers, the socks, and the.
I know what you're saying. Yeah, I get it. You get the vibe.
I know I don't want to offend the women fans, but that's a nice booty right there.
Here we go. Ben's going for it, baby.
Kyle Fletcher of New Japan, congratulations. That's his girlfriend now. So,
okay, there you go. There you go. There you go.
Lucky guy. But no, I mean,
he's a lucky guy.
Yes, he is. And Sky Blue, and I knew it. You know, they were going to give her the win. Chicago. That's always good.
Yeah.
You know, Willow Nightingale, as she's the new Japan's women's champion. You know, so you're going to keep her strong. This feud's going to keep going. Like I said, I think Sky Blue is going to get a push here. You know, I think they see that she's improving in the ring. So yeah, I think this will continue. But it was a good women's match. I like the tag match. I like the little action with the spray where she got her hand got hit. Like Ruby and then Sky Blue's
and
mom
that move was great though, because I don't know that I've seen that exact thing before, but when Sky Blue did the flip over to put her into the pin, like that was I thought that was a great move. Like I was like, all right, that's pretty good. I'm impressed by that. That's nice. And that was the finish, and then she pins her and it's over. Yeah.
And her mom was involved in the stands and stuff. So
you see her mom. They flash her mom on the jumbotron or whatever. Yeah. Mom's cheering. You know, hey. It's always it was, and that's why I said I think the matches over 5 matches overall. I think everybody was pretty much into everyone for different reasons. You know, like I said, the opening match. You know, they were with it the whole time. I think a lot of people actually were cheering for Luchasaurus. If that's, I mean, that was kind of crazy. Now, obviously, when Miro came out, that was who they were going for. You know, the tag match. You know, Willow and Sky got great reception. Obviously, because Sky's from Chicago. What was the third match? I missed one in there somewhere. My memory. I talk about memory on the last show, but
the opening match was Andrade and
Andrade is the match that I missed, right? Andrade and which was a great back and forth match. Yeah. Honestly, before the injury angle, like they were really going at it, and it was great. I thought it was a really good match, and so that was good. And again, obviously, the main event was what it was. You know, you got the face off with Punk and Samoa Joe, which obviously everybody knows they're great friends, but it's good to see them in the ring going at each other. You know. Yeah, talking crap to each other, you know, chops and everything. Like it was good. And I'll say this. Yeah, those chops were hard. You could hear them. You heard them in the arena. That was no joke. Like they were hitting each other hard.
Yeah, I'm sure they talked before the match. Like lay them in. Lay them in. Yeah. Don't.
100%. Because you could hear them. They were not cheap shots whatsoever. They were laying the lumber that day. But if I'm wrong, Ben, then I'm wrong. But I'm going to ask you this. They showed a shot of Punk because, again, I was in the 300 level, so I was way up there. I bought my ticket literally last minute, like 4 hours before the show. So I get that, I'm up in the 300s watching this, and they show a shot of Punk on the Jumbotron. And again, I know he's not, chubby by any means, but he didn't look like he was in the best shape. He had a little bit of I'm not being critical. I'm a big guy. I'm not saying that. But for a guy, who's been off for 9 months trying to get back into shape and everything, he looked like he was slightly just still not there yet physically. So I don't know if, just again, you're getting back into the shape of ring wrestling. He didn't look like he was rusty, but they showed that shot and you saw his stomach and went, oh, that's almost hanging over your pants there, Mr. Punk. Like, what's up? So I don't know, just something I noticed. I don't know if you noticed that, but.
Yeah, no, a little bit. I mean, I thought he looked a little lighter. His arms are a little lighter.
Yeah, that's probably true. Yeah.
Put together like before the injury. So obviously, when you have a torn pec, you have to take a while. Before you can start breaks. Yes,
for sure.
Yeah, but I mean, it's okay. Punk's Punk. I mean, it's talking that gets over. I mean, I thought the promo was unique. He's talking about how they called himself Big Bill Phil.
One Bill Phil.
Well, Bill
in
Phil,
a business full of counterfeit bucks. Yes.
And then I'm sorry for that the only thing that's softer than you fans are the wrestlers you cheer for.
The wrestlers you cheer for, exactly. Oh no, believe me, that Chicago crowd ate that stuff up, and they were on his every word. That whole first speech, and tell me when I'm lying. Tell me when I'm lying. That was his big line for the night. And the crowd was with him the whole way. And it was it was a good promo. Don't get me wrong. Whether he wrote it, had help, that was just it. Whatever it was a good promo. It was a way to come back. Get him back into the swing of all that. And it's. Now, see, the best part is what you didn't see. Honestly, after the show was over, Dax Harwood gets out. Because he goes. Yeah, it's not easy being this guy's best friend sometimes. And the crowd just started laughing because, after the match is over, they stayed in the ring. They talked for a little bit. So that was pretty funny, because obviously, there is that little divide that they have in the locker room there. Obviously, there's some guys, Young Bucks and whatever, the Elite, who don't apparently, I don't know. I assume at some point they're going to do business and it's probably going to be great and everybody will watch it and it'll be fun. They'll make a lot of money off of it because, again, at some point, they're going to have to wrestle each other, right? I mean, it's a natural conclusion to this whole thing.
That's the thing, though, Nick. And I got on this earlier, right before you came on. I talked about it. I said,
okay.
It's going to be interesting what happens here because supposedly AEW is trying to keep them separate. Now,
they are.
That's not always going to work because you have what's called pay-per-views.
Exactly.
And plus, Punk, according to reports, he said he did try to reach out to Omega, the Bucks, and Hangman, saying, hey, I'm sorry, And the lawyers answered the phone and said, you can't talk to them. Now, I've always said lawyers are involved in stuff like this. That's not a good sign.
No, it's true. It isn't, right?
And we're old school wrestling fans, right? We always see them. You got to talk this out. Would somebody
absolutely
like The Undertaker? If The Undertaker, he'd be like, "You motherfuckers, you need to talk it out. We're holding wrestlers here. We're not." Nowadays, no, we got to have a lawyer involved, and I just feel like
it's
great. Now this could create problems, and I just hope that someday they can get over this bullshit, and not necessarily they don't have to do business together. They don't have to wrestle each other, but just get over it. Just go along. Work, make money, and that's the end of it. Don't, so we'll see what happens. Maybe something will come out of this with the match. Maybe they'll do this. I don't know. But the way that MJF's been booked, I mean, he's your world champion, right? And, Punk had the red bag in his saying he never lost this.
So. He did. That's what he said, right? He said, I won the dog collar match, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah. And again, I like Adam Cole, but I don't think he's going to be the guy to take the belt off MJF anytime soon. So we could see a MJF or MJF CM Punk thing eventually. So we'll see what happens. But Nick, before we get back to it, let's read some of the comments that are in here.
There we go.
Scott Taylor was stopping by for my frequent flyer miles. Okay, thank you.
Nice.
Link. I'll try and send it to Mr. Schomburg. Nice shirt, thank you. It's Las Vegas Stars.
Mine or yours? Oh, I thought maybe you like the Save Ferris shirt I have.
Love that shirt
either
too,
one.
Man.
Who knows? You got a nice shirt too, Ben. No problem. There you go. Save Ferris. There we go.
Yeah, good punk band. I like them. I've always listened. They were around since the early '90s, so good.
Well, this is for the movie, but Save Ferris became a punk band for those who don't know.
Sean Spencer, I'm coming. No, you're not. You say that all the time.
There we go. That's what she said. There you go, Scott. Thank you.
Johnny, where's the link?
Johnny Dean watched it too.
Sean Spencer.
They all want in on this, Ben. They all want in on this.
All right. Well, I'll send the link, you guys. So be patient. Now, don't fight over each other for airtime.
Right. Right.
Skedaddle here. And I heard AEW is going to do a show live from the space station that topped that shit.
No, Johnny.
Good night, gentlemen. Okay, good night, Scott. Thanks
Scott's done.
You aren't putting the link. You guys be done.
You got some upset guys here, Ben. They want on.
Yeah. Let me post in the link, Nick. Talk about Raw for a minute.
Good old Raw. What's happening? I haven't seen anything of tonight's broadcast. What do we got going here?
Well, Logan Paul is going to be in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
That's not a shock, is it? I think we heard that before. Yeah.
No.
Well, let me ask you this then. I don't know if you wanted to talk about this with everyone, but I'll ask you real quick. So far, I like the 6 participants in the match. Who do you like? I mean, outside of anything else, who do you like? Who would you like to see win that Money in the Bank match?
I would like to see LA Knight do it. I really would. Him or Damian Priest, one of those two guys. Because you're going to need a heel.
I like Priest.
Cody,
yeah.
Or I'm sorry, Seth Rollins. You need a heel to fight Seth Rollins. So, I don't know, man. Now if Logan Paul's in this match, boy, I hope.
But I don't think he wins. I think he's just there to do some highlights and some spots with a couple guys, and that's what he does. Like that's fine. It makes the match more exciting. I'm okay with that as long as he doesn't win. Like, do you remember the ECW One Night Stand or One Night Only, whatever it was called, when the fan had the sign that said, "If John Cena wins, we riot." Yeah. Well, if Logan Paul wins, I riot, because that's horrible. Okay. Don't do that. There you go. Don't do that.
All right. Yeah. All right. So we got people in the comments that let me in. I want to be in. Okay.
They want to talk wrestling, Ben. It's Monday night. Let's do this.
All right. Let's bring this first guy in. He is known as Taylor Swift, and he's also my deplorable sidekick on Have At It, ladies and gentlemen.
My deplorable sidekick. I love it.
Thank you for not only serving our country, but serving us with that nice profile pic instead of you actually showing your face in public. What's going on, Alex?
Oh, I heard this where we go strike. They said they'll bring a free coffee.
Is this you right here? Subscribers revolt.
Yeah, we're revolting right now. Just joking.
Revolt. That was quick. Thank you, Alex, for stopping by. No, I'm kidding.
That's right. Oh, my finger was on the thing.
All I say is, I got my wish Friday. I got my wish.
What's that?
Okay.
What's that? What was
the super kick around the world?
Kick Roman douche.
Well, nice little transition because we were going to go to our Usos Leave the Bloodline topic here, and they officially did.
There you go.
So you out, and I'm out too. And then the super kick came, and the crowd popped. We all knew it was coming. I was just a win.
Oh, for sure.
So I think this. I don't know if it's the Money in the Bank match or the SummerSlam match. This could be Usos versus Roman and Solo. So
I thought it was announced for Money in the Bank. I read. I think it actually is announced where it's the Usos. I believe so, but Solo and Roman against the Usos at Money in the Bank.
Well, there you go. So that'll be the match.
It's gonna be a whole new storyline.
Storyline. But then,
we'll see.
By the way, I also got my wish.
What's that?
They're gonna have Monday Night Raw in Virginia at the Scope before I leave here. God.
Oh,
September 11th, Monday night at the Scope.
September 11th. Okay.
Yep.
Nice. Good.
I thought you were going to say Dakota Kai agreed to go on a date with you. I thought that was going to be.
No. Surprisingly,
she's got a lot of here right now, so you know.
Normally,
you could help her
I would be asleep right now, but it's closed until 12 tomorrow, so it's only come in at 12, not come in the morning. So I go sleep in tomorrow, so I'll go about any of that stuff.
Oh, nice. It's always good when you can get up a little later in the morning.
The benefits of transferring, leave the BS to the lower ranked people. They can handle it.
By the way, Alex, he's talking about his porno. He has moved up in the ranks. I think he's number. Look at.
You got to be confused with Mr. Fabulous.
No,
Mr. Fabulous.
Us E5s, we don't like to do work. Yeah, that's your freaking customized freaking thing. But don't try that shit.
One of the people we say this little thing for me, and I was like, "Oh,
yeah,
he looks familiar." Now, at first, I thought it was a image I couldn't put up there because it looked like a penis, but no, it looks like Sailor
Yeah,
Swift.
So,
Look at
we'll
Anyways,
talk to Mark more about this.
talk to who? Zuckerberg?
Wow.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right. You're doing that movie with actor Mark Zuckerberg. Yeah, that's right. That's another one.
Wow.
Wow. That's,
Wow,
That's
dude.
what
Yeah, this is
we're gonna do on Monday, right? Got it.
facial book. Yeah, I heard of that.
Wow.
facial.
So,
Oh, wow.
The crazy part is all the names you're coming up with. It's almost as if you do that stuff.
no, I just heard
That's
like
crazy.
it's on your profile. Like, anyway, we're talking about
There you
wrestling,
go.
and you got to.
Hey man, you know what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. Hey, you know, get your money how you get your money.
There you go.
Stanley Cup, baby. Look at that. 2023, baby. Look at that. Stanley
Well,
Cup.
that's
Right.
Staying in Vegas.
the only cup that was being shown on Thursday.
Wow.
Another cup.
I don't know. It's you Vegas people probably know what happens in Vegas
See,
stays in Vegas, so I wouldn't know.
Sean Spencer. Shout out to Sean Spencer out there. Alec had the guts to come on this show. I'm just saying. He had the guts to go one-on-one with Mr. Ben Cornett here.
Uh-oh.
I keep hearing Sean Spencer like, I'm gonna get you, and the fart in church. So
Wow. There it is.
No, he wants to
Sean.
bring up his since we have Nick here. Yeah, hey Nick,
Yes.
you can see Sean. Remind him of Friday at Wrigley. Just remind him about that game.
What? Say it again.
Ask him how, we see Sean again. Ask him how Friday and Wrigley went for the Orioles.
Oh no, I was there. I know how it went. Friday and Saturday didn't go well for Baltimore. They managed to pick up the third game of the first season. And we have a guest.
And there he is.
My game.
Talking all that
There he
smack.
is.
All that smack. But
Yeah,
guess
see,
what?
Ben-
Y'all came up short. You ain't going to the
look at
playoffs.
Exactly.
You ain't going to the World
Turn the
Series.
light
You're
on
not
in
going
there.
nowhere. Orioles
You're not
pick it up.
scaring
You're
anybody.
not
Turn
going
the light
nowhere.
Oh God!
turn that
Walked
light
right
on.
into that one.
Damn it.
Oh
Yes,
my
you
God!
did.
The Cubs went yard again.
There we
Cubs
go.
Go
Look
yard.
at
We
again.
won the
And
we
again.
won the last game.
Wow, the one. So explain the 16 to what? 4 to
Chop
2
loser.
touchdown?
Hey, hold up.
There.
Time out.
3
Time out.
touchdowns?
Time out. How come when I come in here, you turn on me? I was about to come in here and say you were doing a good job, not jumping on Ben.
No.
And now all of a sudden you gonna come on me?
Back
I
in
think
the
that-
show
No.
for fucking Thursday
I
or
sent
Friday
that link
was.
10 minutes
Yeah,
ago.
it was. He's talking
Still
all that
showing
smack. Well,
Wow.
we're gonna play your rivals on Friday. We're gonna play your rivals.
You know
How'd
what?
that work out for
I'm
you?
out of here.
How'd that work out for you?
Oh, there you go. And he's gone.
Well, there goes
And there it
Sean.
goes. See ya.
I'll talk, but
Just
only
like the
walk in the
Cubs
park
did.
when he gets home from work. So
The most millennial I've ever met.
Wow,
Mr.
there
Spencer.
he is. Oh.
Johnny, how you doing tonight, man?
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
You doing? Huh? You talking to me? Huh? You talking to me?
Where'd Sean go?
I don't
Oh,
know.
he went for a walk.
Wow. All righty.
So how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all talking about CM Punk? That's a punk, man. Screw
Yeah.
that guy, man.
Oh, come on. Watch. Nick was at
What's
the
that your
show.
favorite wrestler, Johnny?
Back in my day,
Here we go.
Oh, that was
wrestlers
when
wore
was that?
tights and girls got flirty.
that was when
Was
Moses.
that when Moses? Was that when Moses parted the
that's
Red
what-
Sea?
That,
Right?
that was
What
exactly
time?
when Moses was around, man.
That's right.
Yeah.
That was before Dusty Rhodes had. Oh, shut up, Johnny.
50 Reds, Daddy. We tell you, Daddy. I
That's
didn't
what-
say Johnny.
Before,
said Johnny
before
Dean.
Dusty Rhodes started using razor blades on his face.
Oh, please. You tell you something, Johnny. If you
Oh,
agreed with
man.
me, Daddy. If you agreed with me, I would have given you the bionic elbow. They put you down on the ground. Did you watch that Dark Side of
There
the
it
Ring, the Grams?
No,
No,
I
I
haven't
didn't.
gotten to
I
that
missed
one yet.
That was a good
Listen.
episode. That had Dusty in there. It's talking about Mike Graham, Eddie Graham from Florida Championship Wrestling.
Yeah,
Talk
Championship
about that.
Wrestling.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
the first
that was-
wrestler I met in person was Mike Graham, man.
Like,
Oh, okay.
oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
He was like,
Yeah.
"Argh."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think
And then
he was in
what?
that Mr. Universe or Mr. America contest at the time too. So it was like a double shot.
Oh.
Like there.
All right. Well, there you go.
Oh, you're talking about Billy Graham. I think you're talking about
Billy
Graham.
Graham, that was it. Billy Graham, yeah.
Superstar,
Yeah.
Billy
He was
Graham.
The superstar.
Yeah, he was in Florida too.
Superstar.
So yeah, he worked with Eddie Graham for a little bit.
Superstar
Yeah.
Billy Graham.
Anyway, that's Dark Side of the Ring. If anybody watches that show, the comments. Who is this? Who's Daddy?
That would be Andrew Faubert, I believe.
Oh,
Look at that. Lady Gaga.
Hello?
What's going on? What's going on,
Lady
Gaga?
Gaga.
Talking about some. You can talk some Gaga to me, Nick, Johnny, and I guess Alec.
What's all these comments? in
Silent
here?
treatment. Sorry, didn't
Something's
realize
going
it was
on.
this show.
It was this show.
Oh,
The joke's on
okay.
you.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm not talking wrestling. What do you mean? No, I don't know this. This isn't
Come on, man.
hockey.
Talking about that wrestling?
Right, that row way down.
There he is. Okay, he disappeared.
They did
Well, anyway,
Everybody's
shout out to Lady
disappearing
Gaga.
over here. Ben, what's happening?
Shout out to Lady Gaga for stopping by tonight.
That's right. He showed his poker face. That was the end of that.
Yep. Mhm.
I'm reading these comments by Alex Schomer, man. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Subscribe.
Not happy with Ben?
I guess.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay, not
This is
in a
not a
bad
bad
way.
way.
No, it's okay. It's okay. We like Lady Gaga. She's a really good singer, by the way.
We like Lady Gaga.
She just killed Pittsburgh, man.
No, that was Taylor Swift. You're a
Oh yeah,
Swiftie,
yeah.
John.
Same thing.
But you know what?
Now we were just
You know
talking about this on the other
Spoken
show.
like a true 62-year-old man. That's same thing. Gaga, Taylor Swift, all of them. They're all the same. What is that junk?
Yeah,
Give me Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin. Who are these
Lady
people?
Gaga,
Eh,
Carol Burnett. Who gives a shit?
Right.
All this-
Wait,
Get
does,
off my
does
lawn.
Nick Shirt say,
Eh.
does Nick Shirt say
My
say
God,
save
man! I
Ferris
mean, that
Bueller?
concert.
Why
What did they have? At
say
least
Ferris?
80,000?
Say
They
They
Ferris.
had what 80,000 at the Steelers
Bueller.
Stadium or what?
Bueller.
Bueller.
Bueller. Anyone? Anyone?
Anyone? Johnny, how many did they have?
Now the real question
80,000
is,
in that concert?
since we were talking about the Usos,
I didn't hear a word you
splitting up,
said, Ben.
I said that 80,000 at least. I think I heard at Steelers Stadium.
I don't know. They sold out more in that venue than has ever been sold out there before. So yeah, whatever.
There you go.
Wow.
So since
Over
we're
the
talking about
Steelers,
the bloodline
yeah.
splitting up, what are the chances the Judgment Day splits up in a year?
Who does?
Judgment Day, he was saying.
Yeah,
What's the chances they split up within a year? I think it happens a little sooner than that, Alec, to be honest with you. I think they're kind of
agree.
laying the groundwork for that. Yeah.
Now, which
Could
one's
be in
it?
a couple
Judgment
months,
Day.
actually.
Is
I
that
think
the ones
Priest would
that
be
the
Dominic
last,
is in?
That's
Yeah.
What's that, Johnny?
Dom
I
Douche
was
and
trying to figure out who Judgment Day is. That's the ones with Dominic,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Get rid of
yeah.
that fucker.
Dominic Tricks
Yeah,
Ray
Mysterio.
Mysterio.
Yeah,
Dominic
I think-
Mysterio.
I think Priest might be the first one to go, though. They might, because he'll turn
I
babyface.
told you I want to see the guy solo, man. I think he'd do better solo, man. Come on, let him go out there and kick
Yeah.
some ass.
Solo.
Well, eventually it'll happen. I mean, Roman's bloodline's starting to fall apart. So
Starting to crumble, Roman. Roman's starting to crumble.
So, are you trying to say Romans don't reign?
Roman's
But I'm
well,
bummed.
eventually not this time. It's falling apart. We all knew it was going to happen, so I'm not surprised. I thought it was a good SmackDown Friday night. The ending was good. So now we're probably going to see Jay and Roman probably SummerSlam. I'm assuming that's probably going to be for the title.
Maybe.
Jay,
Yeah.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, it's
Probably.
in Detroit, Ford Field. You know,
Yeah,
shout
that's
out
how
to
it used to always go with it. Them guys.
Yeah. So, yeah.
Ford Field.
Yeah, Nick, I haven't really seen much of Raw either. I just, saw that Trish had a match with Raquel. I don't know who won that match.
Oh,
It's a qualifying.
Trish was on the card, eh?
Trish won that. Becky
What's
Lynch.
that, Alex?
Becky Lynch interfered
Cost-
in the match. It cost Trish Stratus the win. I told you she
Okay. So,
basically
Oh.
got Trish. She basically got Trish Stratus to win.
okay.
She was trying to not
So-
get her
Okay.
to win, but it backfired on her in the end.
So who won the match? Trish?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So,
Oh, there we
Becky
go.
Lynch was trying to like stop it so that she wouldn't win, but then it backfired on her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And-
Gotcha.
Oh,
Okay.
the old backfire on you. There you go.
Oh, so there might be a little feud with Becky and Raquel coming up. That could be interesting.
Maybe.
Really interesting. Well, I mean, if Trish
I
cost,
thought Becky and right. Well, I thought Becky and Trish weren't done though. I thought there was still
not.
one more match between them.
With Becky costing actually Raquel the match, we could
No, I
see
know.
a
Yeah, I
little
know what you're saying.
down the road. So
Down the road.
So I can't just say something inappropriate, can I?
no, go ahead. This is your.
When has
go
that
ahead,
ever
Johnny.
stopped you before, Johnny? What are you talking about?
It is super inappropriate, man. I actually just almost blurted it out, and I had to catch myself. I'll type it in a private chat, man. Check it out.
Okay, sure. Do that. Let's hear what you have to say.
Man,
Or
Guys,
do
you
we
just
want to hear
walk
what you
in.
No, I know. I'm just saying. I was waiting for you because maybe we will comment about it, depending on what you say. I don't know. This is,
Yeah.
this is the Ben Cornette hour. We do free for all here, my friend. So everything happens. We were just talking
I feel
about
like,
like porn 3 minutes ago or something. I don't know.
I feel like
What do you-
remember that part of Pulp Fiction when John Travolta and Uma Thurman were at the Jack Rabbit Slim's restaurant. They were sitting
Yeah,
there,
Jack Rabbit
And-
Slim's there. Mhm.
and then John Travolta is like, came up with a thought. He said, "Excuse me, I want to ask you this, but you got to promise me not to be offended." And she goes, "Oh no, I'm not. You can't promise something like that. I don't know what you're gonna say, but
Right.
That could be my first natural reaction. I could be offended to no fault of my own." So like, sounds
Right,
like you got-
exactly.
wait, I feel like Uma Thurman here, like Johnny's got something to say here. Let's look at that little private chat now.
Really?
The audience-
That's what you were gonna say, Johnny? That's you're hilarious. We've seen that already.
Yeah.
The last sex celebration.
Well, not even that. There was a pillow fight before.
The
Well,
pillow
Johnny,
fight.
you got to come up with your own stuff. Why did you let somebody else come up with that?
Nobody came up with that. I was inspired by
He was
that
just
person.
saying, right? He was inspired by Scott Taylor and his comment. Scott's always
yeah.
got something colorful to say, right? Like,
Oh yeah, he's well, we have a private chat called Off the Rails, and yeah, Scott
they're all off
goes
the rails.
way-
No, I had to
he goes
mute that
way
chat,
off the
man. I don't
rails.
listen.
He's never even
I'm,
been on the rails. Let's put it this way: he's never been on the rails. So
Right.
You got to be off the rails.
There
to
you
be
go.
on- You got to be on the rails to get off the rails. But yeah. Oh man. So right now we're watching Judgment Day versus Kevin Owens and Sammy and Cody. So apparently
Oh,
Cody
there you go.
they're having a
will
three-way.
be fighting. Yeah, they're
Dominic.
having a three-way.
They're having it.
That's
Jeez.
right. You don't
Well,
cut the cord.
this show is descended into madness.
That's
Talk
my
about
job.
off the rails.
Well, YouTube.
Why do you
always
think
shows
Ben
the
hesitated
highlight
sending me the link so long, man?
Is that why?
Oh, well, I
Is that you knew what you were going to say? Right.
Oh, I apologize. I'll tell you later.
I
I'm sorry.
apologize.
Yeah.
Okay, I got a real question to ask. This is a real question.
A real
Very,
question.
very
Okay.
serious question.
Go
As
for
opposed
it.
to a
Alex,
fake one?
fuck is wrong with you, man? You bitch about not getting the fucking link, and you can't even come on camera.
I told you the camera is taken off.
No, it's
Well,
not.
then why bitch about not having the link?
My voice matters.
You want?
The fuck.
This
Right,
ain't fucking
my
radio.
This is
Just
fucking
like
goddamn
radio.
radio.
You're mumbling.
Hey, yeah, and even if it was radio, it wouldn't be all that great either.
Wow. And there you have it, folks. We have to
I
send
have
it
a
into the
question for
mattress.
Johnny. Have you had your had your Folgers this morning?
You know what? I forgot to take my medication today.
The best part of
Oh, see, there you
waking up. Folgers in your cup. Oh, sorry.
And I quit drinking
Oh, I
Folgers
get
when they made Keurigs, dude. That both the Folgers.
Folgers is the best, buddy.
See, now we
Nah,
gave you a
not-
reminder
no,
about
dude.
medicine.
I'm telling you, I
Yeah.
can't even drink that watered down shit no more.
Oh, wait
It's
a
gotta
minute.
be.
That's
It's
not
gotta be.
bad.
It's cured for me
Maxwell
now.
House is watered stuff, dude. Come on.
Yeah. Back when I was
Maxwell.
drinking drip coffee,
Okay. Well,
Folgers was
What do
the
you drink?
best.
What do
100%.
you drink?
I will not argue with you about that with drip coffee. But dude, we have Death Wish coffee now. Screw that shit.
oh, that's good
Death
too.
Wish
Just a-
coffee. Yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried
Death
that?
Wish.
Alrighty.
It's
No,
coffee.
I'm
It's
not a
got
big
That's
coffee
it.
guy, so
no spike in
I
it,
am not a
if you know
big
what I mean.
coffee guy, so you won't. I won't. Yeah. No thanks.
Okay. Well,
I think,
we're gonna need some coffee if we're gonna go do a 3-hour episode of Raw. Because
You got a 3-hour episode of Raw. Is that tonight? Is that going on now?
yeah.
Yeah, it's Monday.
Well, I know you can't record
A
recently,
3
but
How many hours of actual wrestling? I'm sorry.
About
That's my
about
pet
20
peeve.
minutes.
You got my pet
Little over
peeve
an
stirred
hour.
up.
About 20 minutes, and the rest is filler. Right?
oh man.
Well, the main
So, yeah,
event.
they're
The
having-
main event is usually the longest match, so I don't know.
yeah, and it's not a bad match. Cody and Sammy and KO versus Judgment Day. On paper, it looks like a good match. Like I'm just getting
Yeah.
glimpses
I'm
of
just
it.
hoping
So,
when the tickets release I think the tickets come out next week for the September show.
Okay,
Like lower level.
there you go. Get you some good seats, Alec.
But
Yeah.
will I? It all depends on how many people, because usually it sells out. The bottom 40 sells out like the first hour.
No.
well, yeah, they'll get. I don't know, man. I mean, they're probably what $200-$300.
Hover over your Ticketmaster.
Actually, it's actually
you know.
not. Like tickets for like levels, like the most expensive ticket is like $112.
Wow.
Oh,
Because
Pretty
it's
good.
the
That's
scope.
really
It's
good.
like a smaller
Most-
arena, but
Yeah, the scope
last
is
time I
not
tried
big.
buying it-
big.
They're fixing to do away with
I
all
think
those
the
extra
last one-
fees too, man. That's going to be nice.
no, like that's
Okay.
112 total with fees.
No, I'm
Oh, wow.
talking about they're fixing to pass a law to get rid of all those excess fees that Ticketmaster and shit charges.
Oh, they are they?
Well,
Yeah.
mine doesn't
That's
go
what-
through Ticketmaster. Mine just go through seven venues. It's on a Ticketmaster site, which is weird. But when I trying to buy my tickets last time, I bought the lower level floor, and as soon as I hit purchase, it says error. That seat's now taken. So go to the next one.
Yeah.
Error. That's taken. So I was like, great. How many tickets? It took me like 26 tries, and then you're like congratulations, you got your ticket. Sitting in the same section you always sit in.
They even say congratulations. Like,
You
Yeah.
won one.
I know you've been
Hey,
struggling.
We got a seat for you. Yay.
I know it took you 26 tries, but here's your ticket.
All right. So who won the match, Ben? Is it
I
over?
mean,
Yeah, Cody, KO, and Sammy, and Cody hit the what do you call it? The crossroads on Dominic.
Oh, okay.
honestly, there's not a bad seat. Actually, there I lied.
That many people hit
There's,
Dominic
like,
in his
one-
show live.
There's only
Yeah,
2 sections that are bad seats.
That should have broke him in half, man. At least.
yeah.
There's only 2 bad sections in that arena. It's usually
Okay.
the corners. But
Yeah.
I always sit like behind the like 4 sections behind the what's it called, the announce table. I still get
Yeah.
a good view.
Yeah, for sure.
But the
Where do
crazy
you
part is when I went
sit,
to it
Nick?
Like when I went to
What's
the
that?
show last time when they were.
Yeah,
they
I
were,
know
like,
you got
SmackDown-
these events. Where do you sit?
Well, no, let Alec, go ahead, Alec. Finish your statement, sir. I'll answer the question. Go ahead.
No, because last time I went to the Raw episode, that's when they had the I remember the one where they had it was like Io Sky, everybody had like the little breakout and like that's outside the arena.
Mhm.
Like I kind of figured something was going to go on because they had it blocked off. It says you can't go around here, and had like signs saying like being used for live show purposes.
Oh, okay.
So it's like,
Yeah.
like why I thought I was like maybe I was like that kind of like spoiled it for me. I was like great, I'm gonna see all that happen, but I
Yeah.
said like as soon as where I sat like the first row, and like I could see everything like up close, like a good view. But when I first went to the first one, I sat in the corner, all the way at the top. I couldn't see a damn thing. Everybody was like ants to me.
Yeah. Well, no. To answer your question, Johnny, I look at price a lot. I'm not gonna lie, because look, I'm gonna go to a show. I've gone to pay-per-views. I've gone to regular Raw and SmackDown at the Alls. They only come to one arena here in Chicago. It's the Allstate Arena, right outside Chicago in Rosemont, Illinois, one of the suburbs. And they always go to the same venue. So whenever I look for tickets or look at the seats, I see what they're charging in the 200 section, which is the second level, which is the top level, basically in that arena. And what I like about the Allstate is you can pretty much see from anywhere. Like they always cut off from where the stage is, so there's no seats behind there, obviously. But from where they start in the corner to the way they go all the way around to the other corner, you can pretty much see everything. So there's not really a horrible seat. So what I like to do is I like to get somewhere 200 section around the center ring generally. But if I get there and there's not those available, anywhere in the 200s. But I got lucky last year. My friend and I went, and there's a camera parked in our seats. So that guy goes, well, you got to see that guy over there. He's going to reassign you. He's got tickets for you. Get another seat. So I'm thinking they'll put us still up here somewhere. No, they put us in the hard camera side, which is the camera side that everybody looks at, right behind all the production people. So we're like literally in the second row behind the production people. So every time the wrestlers would look at the hard camera, I would make faces because they're kind of looking right at me. So I was having fun thinking it was hilarious. I'm sure they weren't paying attention to me, but they were enough in my eye view where I would make faces at them whenever they looked at the hard camera. So I thought it was funny. It probably wasn't.
But you weren't doing this or sticking your tongue out or whatever.
The best part about that night, Alexa Bliss was on the thing, and her husband or fiance at the time, I don't think they were married. They might have been married. Ryan Cabrera was in the audience. We saw him. He was like third row from the ring. So Alexa got hurt during her match, and the whole night we were making fun of the hat that Ryan Cabrera was wearing. So we're like, hey, Ryan, where are you going with your hat? So we assumed he was going backstage to check on Alexa because he left his seat right after that match and he didn't come back. But we were making fun of his hat. He was wearing some crazy hat. We were just making fun of him. But
they are married and they're having a baby.
Well, I know they're married now. I don't know if they were married at the time. I don't know how that worked.
Right.
But yeah, Ryan Cabrera was there watching the show. Then Alexa got hurt and he disappeared. So I assume he went backstage to check on her. But it was just funny. Like those aren't the best seats I've had. Well, they could be. I did get a SmackDown once back in 2004 where I was on the floor, and I was maybe about 8 rows back from the ring. So that was pretty close. That was pretty good. So that's probably actually closer than the hard camera side being in the third row behind the production stuff. So I've had some good seats at times, but I like to sit in the upper, 200s level because you can see everything. And to me, that's more important than trying to get the best seat. If you're sitting at eye level, sometimes you miss a lot. You don't see everything, and people are trying to, I'd rather sit at 200, see everything clearly. I can still enjoy the matches. It's all good. Yeah, I like that.
Cool.
And they're only about for a SmackDown or Raw, they're about $40, and I'll pay $100 for a pay-per-view. So that's about what I get. Like that's pretty much in that section. Like I said, for the regular weekly shows, they're about $40, $45 up there, and for a pay-per-view, they jump up to about $100. So that's about what I pay.
Cool.
Yeah.
But luckily, I have a connection from the last time I went, where I could possibly, if I have the money, I can sit right by the corner where they walk out at.
Okay. Oh yeah,
that's what I'm shooting for.
No, there you go. Right.
So,
Start shaking hands, getting pictures. Wait for Dakota to come out. You can take a picture with her. It'd be great. It'd be fun.
One thing I'm trying to avoid is being on TV because I want to hear Ben be like, "Hey, look at it's Alec on TV."
Look, it's Taylor Swift. Look, it's Taylor Swift.
Oh my god. Oh geez.
No, we said we were going to retire the Sailor Swift thing, Ryan. Remember? We discussed that.
Oh yeah.
If I was getting my E5 pay, it would be a different story. It would have been better for me. If I gotta wait till December so that E5 pay kicks in. Blows.
Okay.
I can only hear every third word he says, man.
Well, he said.
So I say if I was getting my E5 pay,
You don't have to repeat it. I know it's
the
not
problem
probably
with
very important, but still.
Oh wow, man. What is the hostility against
Wow.
Alec? I'm just curious. It's like,
I'm sorry, Alec. Hey, man, I did take up for Alec though, man. That Sailor Swift shit's got to be retired. We found somebody to earn that spot over him now.
now is that you got a new person?
Yeah,
Herbert the pervert and
Herbert.
Yeah.
Wow.
Family Guy. Huh?
Giggity.
R-rated version of Home Improvement.
I was going to ask you all night on the other show about that shirt, man. That was an awesome shirt. I like it.
What, say Ferris?
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, hey, Ferris Bueller's Day Off is a great movie. It's one of my favorites.
It is 100%.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
And they have a band, Johnny, called Save Ferris. They've been around since
Save
the
Ferris
early
was a band that came out later on. Yeah. Which I thought was always hilarious.
Yeah.
Save Ferris.
I think it's on Paramount Plus, that movie, Ferris Bueller. I think it's on Paramount Plus. If you guys
Yeah, I got it.
that.
I got Ferris Bueller's Day Off on DVD, man. I've kept that movie forever, man. That's
I
fun.
did at one point too. I don't have it anymore, but I did at one point, yeah. But you know what? I might have to check.
That and Breakfast Club. I gotta admit, I'm a sucker for Breakfast Club. That was one of my favorite
Breakfast
movies.
Club's a great movie. What are you talking about? It's one of my favorites as well. It's up there. It's definitely up there. Right in my era. I was a teenager in the 80s. It was right when I was, becoming a teenager. All that stuff.
Another one of my
John
favorite
Hughes was
movies
my hero.
was The Wrestler.
Wrestler was
With,
good. Mickey Rourke was really good in that.
Yes. He played his
Yeah,
ass off. He acted his ass off in that role, man.
Yeah,
And he was nominated for an Academy Award. Yeah.
Yeah,
See, I segued that back into wrestling talk. We could still talk.
Oh, that's
entertainment.
fine. Yeah, no, that was a
That was
great
pretty
movie.
cool.
That was a really good movie.
Yeah.
I thought the acting was good. I mean, it kind of told you what it was close to what really happens in the pro wrestling
with all the wrestlers. Yeah, exactly.
And he had like who's the guy in NXT, the manager of, I think his name Stone or something. Like he was in that movie. Remember he played that Jersey Shore guy? Robbie
Bischoff was in
Eaton,
there or made a cameo in that movie or something. I can't remember.
Well, Ernest the Cat Miller, he played the Arab guy in The Wrestler. That is
Eddie Miller was the other opponent. Yeah, that I remember that.
Yeah. So,
but I haven't seen that movie in years. I'd have to probably go rewatch it just to. I'll watch anything with Marissa Tomei in it, so that's my thing.
Oh, you just want to see the
Tomei poisoning.
No, I love Marissa Tomei as an actress. Like I truly do. Like she's one of my favorites. Whatever she's in, it doesn't matter. I like watching her. Oh, my cousin Vinny's phenomenal. But
yeah.
But she was in a movie, Only You with Robert Downey Jr. Like everything she's in the Spider-Man movies. She's the aunt. Like she does good stuff. It's I like her as an actress.
She's fantastic, man. I like Rebecca Romaine too. And I don't know why I just said that because I guess we're going with the weird last names, but I did.
Well, no. The funniest joke, one of the funniest jokes I ever heard was on the roast of Bob Saget. Greg Giraldo says to John Stamos, "You lost your wife to the fat kid from Stand By Me," and that just cracked me up for about an hour. It's hilarious. Now she's married to Jerry O'Connell, right? You lost your wife to the fat kid from Stand By Me.
Those roasts are on Paramount Plus as well. I just seen one of them.
Yes,
recently.
they are. Yeah, they are. They're very funny, actually. Most of them are pretty good.
The roasts are.
That was the one I was watching recently.
That one is actually hilarious because they really went at him with everything.
Yeah.
And then obviously you remember the Jimmy Kimmel joke where he said Chris Benoit is a better father than you are. And it's
Oh.
like, and everybody's just, oh, yeah. I mean,
Oh,
you're roasting a guy hard when you say that. Like that's that's
Yeah.
come on,
what
man.
was it
Hardcore
called?
roast,
You
yeah.
look like a shriveled up
Yeah.
California raisin or something.
Well, they told me you look like a skeleton wrapped in electrical tape. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Well,
it's kind of
that's our
hilarious.
friend Johnny right here.
Johnny.
I can't call nobody California raisins. I get in trouble.
Okay. Yeah, don't do that.
Or we're just going off of what they said on the roast. That's all.
No, I was only repeating the joke. Sorry, I wasn't trying to.
We're repeating it. Yeah.
Please don't cancel me. I'm not.
No, we would never cancel Nick Rosario. We would probably cancel
Wow.
Alec, but we would cancel Nick Rosario.
Wow.
Cancel these.
And back to Alec. Right. And here we go.
Well, Alec did try to start a revolt in the
Have
chat.
they watched
there,
the
so,
show
you know.
Black Mirrors?
No, I've
yet.
never seen Black Mirror.
Black
Haven't
Mirror's
seen
a
that
great show, man.
one. Okay.
Great show.
Gets the Johnny Dean stamp of approval. There we
It
go.
does. It gets a lot of people stamp of approval. It's a very popular show.
Is that on Netflix?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's on that.
Okay. Okay.
Hey, wait, Alec, I thought you didn't have Netflix anymore.
Oh, the house that I stay at, they let me use their login, thankfully.
Oh, there you go. Nice.
Stealing.
You think I'm paying for Netflix? Yeah, fuck that.
You're stealing. There's a reason why Netflix is
Damn right, I'm a freaking mooch off freaking Netflix.
No, and they said if it's in the same household, it's okay. If you try to
Yeah.
sign in from outside the household, then they get you. That's what, yeah.
right.
So you should be okay if it's in the same household, I guess. That's, yeah.
I mean,
But what happens when
the
you
end
go
of-
to
at the end of the
Florida
day,
when you
it,
move? No.
I mean, at the end of the day, it kind of like evens out because I gave them my HBO Max, the Peacock login, and Paramount
there
Plus,
you
so
go.
it kind of
Oh, wow.
evens out in
That's a lot of
some of a
logins.
way.
Yeah, that's 3 logins to 1 though. That's
Yeah.
that's a little unfair.
Yeah, well, the Peacock account I don't pay for, so
There you go. There you go.
Okay.
Now
Right.
we have to put the disclaimer up. We're not
We do not encourage
affiliated.
sharing of passwords
Yes,
here on Face the Heels. Thank you very much.
yes, that's right.
Do it your own
You
way.
know what?
Right.
Our wrestling talk, we are going to end this show for tonight, man. This was a
Okay.
fun episode. We'll talk afterwards, we'll chat for a little bit.
So,
But we want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. Nick was at Collision, so we got some good insight from his experience at that show. So, Nick, before we end the broadcast, why don't we have you promote yourself?
oh, thank you. So I am Nick Rosario. Of course, you see me here whenever I can on a Monday. And lately, the Mondays have been pretty free, so I've been able to come on this program, Face the Heels with Ben Cornett, and a lovely cast of characters that are always around. Of course, Sean Spencer and I have started Truth Be Told. We did finish our 3rd episode today with Mr. Johnny Dean. So you can check us out Monday nights for Truth Be Told. And again, Tuesday nights during the football season, the Roundtable with myself, Delilah Crespo, Anthony Handy, and Tina Winter. We hopefully will get some preseason stuff in when all that stuff starts. Preseason, some training camp stuff. We'll get some shows in. Again, Thursday nights when I'm available, I try to get on the NFL edition with Alex Loosemore and Johnny Dean. And then again, whenever somebody asks me to come on, I do. So you see this face, you're going to remember this face. That's right. But thank you, Ben, for having me on. Always love talking wrestling. Thank you all for watching.
And ladies, when Nick says he's willing to come on something, don't think that way. Don't think that way. Okay?
I knew that was. I should have known that was going to happen. I should have known.
And what about you, Mr. Revolter? Where can we find you? It's certainly not in public because you keep it
Because he's revolting.
private.
well, I currently am no longer on any shows as
Are you on this
it's
show?
only. Well, I'm telling you, like it's only if my schedule pertains to it. Only ones I know for a guarantee is Tuesdays, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, because those are guaranteed. Where I'm not gonna be able to be on anything till October.
Right.
Mondays and Fridays are up in the air depending on my work schedule. I know that. Yeah, that's about it.
All right. Well, since Johnny doesn't like to promote himself, he does have his entertainment show that we
That's
cannot
right.
wait to see. So hopefully it'll launch soon.
Still a work in process.
Still a work in process,
Okay.
but he will give you all the
Sure.
details of when and where that's going to take place. So, everybody, have a good week. Thank you for joining Face to Heels, and we will see you next time. Have a good night, everybody.